Good morning, brothers and sisters in Christ. Welcome to another reading through the Bible series with Law of Christ Ministries. This is part 82 of our daily scripture reading, continuing in the book of Deuteronomy. And let's go ahead and continue. Take heed to yourselves and guard your soul closely, lest you forget all the things that your eyes have seen, and let them not be far from your heart all the days of your life. And you shall direct your sons and your sons' sons about the day when you stood before the Lord your God at Horeb, on the day of the assembly, when the Lord said to me, Assemble the people to me, and let them hear my words, so that they may learn to fear all the days as long as they live on earth, and may teach their sons. And you approached and stood at the foot of the mountain, and the mountain was burning with fire up to the sky. Darkness, gloom, tempest, and the Lord spoke to you from the midst of the fire. You heard the sound of words, but you did not notice a likeness, only a voice. And he announced to you his covenant, which he commanded you to do, the 10 words. And he wrote them on 2 stone tablets. And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and ordinances for you to do them in the land which you are entering there to inherit. And guard your souls closely, because you did not notice a likeness on the day the Lord spoke to you at Horeb in the mountain from the midst of the fire. Do not act lawlessly and make for yourselves an engraved likeness, any kind of icon, a likeness of male or female, a likeness of any animal or those that are on the earth, a likeness of any winged bird that flies under the sky, a likeness of any reptile that creeps on the ground, a likeness of any fish that is in the water beneath the earth. And do not, when you look up to the sky and see the sun and the moon and the stars, even any ornament of the sky, be led astray to do obeisance to them and serve them, those things that the Lord your God has allotted to all the nations beneath the sky. But God has taken you, brought you out of the iron furnace, out of Egypt, to become for him an allotted people, as in this day. And the Lord was angry with me because all the things being said by you, and he swore that I would not cross the Jordan, and that I would not enter into the land that the Lord is giving to you as an allotment, for I am going to die in this land. I am not crossing over this Jordan, but you are going to cross over, and you will take possession of this good land. As for you, take care lest you forget the covenant of the Lord your God, which he made with you, and make for yourselves an engraved likeness of all the things that the Lord your God has instructed you. For the Lord your God is a devouring fire, a jealous God. Now, if you bear sons and sons' sons, and live long in the land, and you act lawlessly and make an engraved likeness of anything, do what I'm sorry, in the likeness of anything, and do what is evil before the Lord your God to provoke him to anger, I call sky and earth to witness against you today, that by destruction you will perish from the land that you are crossing the Jordan to inherit there. You will not prolong days, and it will be I'm sorry, and on it will be wiped out with a wiping, and the Lord will scatter you among all the nations, and you will be left few in number among the nations into which the Lord will bring you there. And there you will serve other gods, works of human hands, wood and stone, and you will neither see nor hear, nor eat nor smell. And there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him when you seek him out with all your heart and with your whole soul. In your distress, and all these words shall find in the end of days, and you will return to the Lord your God and listen to his voice, because the Lord your God is a compassionate God. He will neither abandon you nor wipe you out. He will not forget the covenant with your fathers that he swore to them. Ask of former days which occurred long before your own, from the day that God created human being on the earth, Ask at the end of the sky, up to the end of the sky, whether a thing this great has ever happened, whether such a thing has been heard of, whether any nation has ever heard the voice of the living God speaking from the midst of the fire, as you have heard, and you lived, whether a God ever attempted to go and take a nation for himself from the midst of a nation by trial and by signs and by wonders and by war and by a strong hand and a high arm by a great exhibition, like all which the Lord your God did in Egypt before you, as you were looking on, so that you might know the Lord your God, he is God, and there is no other besides him. From the sky his voice became audible to discipline you, and on earth he showed you his great fire, and you heard his words coming from the midst of the fire, because he loved your fathers. He also chose you, their offspring after them, and he himself brought you out of Egypt by his great power to destroy utterly before the great nations and mightier than yourselves, to bring you in, to give you their land to inherit, as you have today. And you will know today and bear in mind that the Lord your God, he is God in the sky above and the earth beneath, and there is no other besides him. And you will keep his statutes and commandments which I command you today, so that it may be well with you and with your sons after you, so that you may be long lived in the land that the Lord your God is giving you all your days. All right, guys, we're gonna stop there, and Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow. God bless.